Texas Senator Ted Cruz explains. Now, first of all, I think people need to know, how many times did you argue before the Supreme Court?
9 times.
Okay, how many times you win?
5 of them.
Okay, but you took on tough cases, to be fair to you. Alan Dershowitz
won some of the biggest landmark cases in the country.
Alan Dershowitz, Harvard professor, said you were one of his best students that he's ever had the opportunity to teach. You guys don't agree on a whole lot. All right, let's go to this case. Specifically, why is this such a big win?
Well, listen, if you look at federal campaign finance law, what Congress has done, the #1 priority for Congress is to prevent anyone from beating them. And so this law, it limits the ability of a candidate to make a loan to his or her campaign and then pay himself back. And the reason that incumbent politicians want to do that is they don't want anyone to challenge them. They don't want some pesky challenger, let's say some small business owner, to make a loan, to put their life savings in, and to knock out the career politician. And so they put this cap in place that said, all right, if you loan money to your campaign, you're out of luck. We're going to limit how much you can pay yourself back, and everything above that, tough luck. It's a gift to the American people. And what the Supreme Court said in this case, 6-3, I brought a lawsuit challenging this, and 6-3, the Supreme Court agreed with me and said this is unconstitutional. This abridges free speech. And the consequence of that is this is going to make it a lot easier for challengers to take on career politicians. The existing rule benefited incumbent politicians, and it benefited the super rich. And the result of this decision today is it becomes a lot easier for citizens to say, all right, I'm fed up with the direction our country is going, and I'm going to go campaign and throw the bums out. And the more of that you have, the stronger our democracy is.
Clarence Thomas, I'll leave the court when I do my job as poorly as you do yours. You got to love Clarence Thomas. He's always had a great sense of humor, smart as hell. I think one of the great justices of all time. And I love that answer. What's your reaction?
Well, listen, Justice Thomas is a great American hero. I know him well. The left is trying to demonize him and attack him. One of the things I love about Justice Thomas, he's got that big, booming laugh. It's almost like Santa Claus. Ho, ho, ho.
He does.
And he is not intimidated by the leftists that are coming after him. And you know what he just said there that you aired a second ago is this leak at the Supreme Court was the radical left trying to destroy our Supreme Court. It went right to the heart of the trust in that institution. And by the way, I'm convinced it was a leftist law clerk who leaked it in order to bully and pressure the justices to change their vote.
Why do you believe that?
Because it's consistent with the Democrat pattern for years of politicizing and undermining and attacking the judiciary and the Supreme Court, trying to politicize it. And you look at who celebrated the leak. It was the hard left that celebrated the leak the instant it happened. Immediately after the leak, you saw left-wing groups publicizing the home addresses of the justices, and we're now seeing angry left-wing protesters going to the justices' homes, trying to terrorize them, trying to threaten them. Listen, someone comes to your home, that's where your children are. That's where you and your spouse sleep. And you know, there is a federal statute that makes it a crime to protest at the home of a judge while a case is pending because they don't want people threatening judges in the administration of justice. Merrick Garland, Joe Biden's attorney general, refuses to prosecute these left-wing prosecutors, and the White House is giving the green light to threatening and trying to intimidate the justices. As Justice Thomas said just a minute ago, it's hard to think of an institution in our country the left is not trying to destroy, and we need to be bringing back these institutions to protect our Constitution and to protect the Bill of Rights.
It's just like the Democrats only care about one riot, but called 574 of them in the summer of 2020, mostly peaceful, billions in property damage, dozens of dead people, thousands of injured cops. Obviously, we all care about Buffalo, but they never mention the every weekend violence in many major cities like Chicago ever. Very selective moral outrage. Senator, thank you. Appreciate you being with us.